And now for the next event of the evening, an Australian tag team match, best 2 out of 3 falls with 1 hour as the time limit. From Hollywood, California, weighing 208 pounds, the mighty Atlas. His partner from Fox Lake, Illinois, weighing 195 pounds, Billy Goelz. Their opponent on this side of the ring from Milwaukee, Wisconsin, weighing 245 pounds, Reggie Lisowski. His partner from Atlanta, Georgia, weighing 238 pounds, Neilson. And the referee, Fred Nicholas.
Good evening, everyone. This is Russ Davis, ringside, International Amphitheatre in Chicago. We have a hassle coming up for you here. The old Georgia Peach, Art Neilson, on your far left. Next to him, Reggie Lisowski, our little madman from Milwaukee. Then Fred Nicholas is the referee. The boy standing there without anything on above his wrestling trunks is the mighty Atlas, Morris Shapiro. And the little guy on the right is a real going little bundle of dynamite, Billy Goelz. This is an Australian tag team match. We switch the rules around every once in a while to suit ourselves here whenever we think maybe we can get a better show out of it. This one fall constitutes a fall for the team. Sometimes we use 2 falls in Illinois, but a man cannot change partners unless he can reach across the top rope and shake hands with his helper. You'll see how it's done here in a minute. Neilson has started for himself and Lisowski. It's a wrist lock on little Billy Goelz. Looky there. This kid's got a lot of strength. He's a great light heavyweight wrestler, this boy. Goelz, he's in the center of the ring. And he knows his leverages and everything else. See what I mean? He can really toss him. He doesn't know what it is to spook. He's not at all afraid. Well, get a hold of him, Neilson. Well, there's a drop kick for your trouble. Boy, these Chicago crowds and you folks around the country have as much dislike for Neilson and Lisowski as it's possible to get, without it turning into pure hatred. There's an arm lock, winged. Outside and doubled now. Lisowski, or rather Neilson's real great at this hair pulling stuff. And as you can see, Billy doesn't have much of it. That knee in the back of the neck always helps. On this close-up camera, it isn't a lace curtain you're looking through. These happen to be camera scratches. Lisowski has come in here to work Goelz over now. This Reggie sometimes, I think, loses his mind completely in an arena. He's a very nice kid outside. There's the tag. In comes Atlas. This is one thing Lisowski does not like. He doesn't like to get punched. And Atlas has threatened to punch his chops off a couple of times. headlock. This is a peculiar thing. Both of these men use a full Neilson as a submission hold. There's a tag. This is one of the things that has made Neilson and Lisowski so tough to beat, because they don't mind changing, and often. These are the wrestlers' mother. We're not feeding the lions today. Mr. Neilson, we plainly saw you then. This makes the neatest little Charlie horses. Well, do something about it, Atlas. He's legal. He's hitting with the side of his fist. He's putting his Atlas hold machine out of business here with this muscle beating. Fred's not too concerned about that after all the hair pulling that Lisowski and Neilson have done. Watch Reggie go after this arm now. A little bit of choking going on there, as you can see. It's hard for a referee to be four places at once, and that's about the only thing that he can do if he's to watch these boys. When Lisowski puts on this arm lock, he reaches up behind an opponent and gets him by the hair. That's the way he makes his takedowns. You watch him. He's an old sneaker. That's the way these boys wrestle. They keep an opponent in their corner and they wear him slig. He never gets any respite. He never gets near enough of his partner to make a tag and get some relief. They've just worked over this right arm of Atlas's. Well, he's going to use his left. What a drag. Oh, you're getting some distance out of him, boy. Keep it up. Atlas screaming like a Comanche here. He's really mad. Hold still, fellers. That's a leg lock on Atlas. That dive into the corner, I think, even confused her cameraman for a minute. Get away from the back end of the horse, boy. Atlas still in his leg lock. For about 10 minutes now, that right arm of Atlas's has really taken a lacing. There's another tag, just about the time he gets Neilson peeled off. Atlas can't use that leg, so he's going to crawl. Ooh, wow. Get this little guy mad. Now, he's mad all the way through. Billy Goelz in, Neilson in. Just about the time Billy thought the head Lisowski softened up. Headlock, side mare. Switch. Between hair pulling and choking, Neilson almost got out of there then. For a little guy, this boy Goelz is tough. Let go of him. Billy hung right onto his headlock. Says, "Oh, put that arm around me. You don't want to shake hands with him." Shoulder stand on Billy. Billy's still hanging on to his headlock. There's a tag. I have to break it up now. Come on, let go of him. The way Billy comes off the rope with a drop kick. Flying mare. Well, he countered. And beautifully won. Look out, that end stings, Reggie. That was an arm lock kip, and then into a head scissors short. If you're inclined to cheat, as Brother Lisowski is once in a while, this is a beautiful one. You can turn a man a beautiful shade of purple just by squeezing hard enough with this. Yeah. Open hand. Shows your old man's mustache. When you need a church key, Billy, it's about the only way you can get out of there. Watch him. Ooh, this always gets me the way he does that. Come on, Reggie. Reggie will never take a wrestling match with a slick-headed man. He just can't wrestle if he has to do without hair. Oh, Billy's getting bent up here. It's one way out. That's another way to do it. Snap roll. No, he's a little too tough for a pin that quick, Billy. Come on, Rudy, you got one. I mean, hey, Atlas came in there. He reminded me of Rudy K for a minute. You got one already softened up, boy. Now don't lose it. You missed him. Hey, lad, you done stang your partner. Well, that makes jackpot there. Check. Body slam there. That was a Lulu. That made my old sacroiliac hurt. 2, 3. Well, so we're at the end of the first fall at any rate. This is the best 2 out of 3 affair, you know, with a 1-hour time limit. Old Georgia Peach, Art Neilson, and Reggie Lisowski, the Milwaukee Mauler.
With a body slam and a body press in 14 minutes and 30 seconds, the first fall is awarded to Reggie.
Well, that makes that official. We'll get on with the rest of the match here in a few seconds. Goodness sakes, this sounds like Visitors' Day at Brookfield Zoo. Oh, he's got muscles. You know, this boy Shapiro actually comes from Muscle Beach, California. For those of you who are uninformed, that's Santa Monica, a small part of it. Everybody stands around, flexes their so-and-sos, and does nip-ups. Reggie, you're in his mouth, old boy. This fellow Atlas, I think, is the only guy out of Muscle Beach that draws a regular wage instead of unemployment compensation. This is a hammerlock on Atlas. Making his way home. Well, Mr. Goelz missed a tag. Oh, Reggie, let him shake hands, and then you get a fresh one. No shopping soil, you know. Come on, shake hands, Atlas. That's our boy. He got him right on his little broccolis. He'll smack your chops off, Reggie, so don't mess with him. Now, Mr. Goelz is tough. You see what I mean now? Let's see how tough. Takedown with the wrist lock. That's a real great point. This is a hammer lock now. Tomped down by two little feet. Well, he made a tag. Doggone it, Billy. He had him pretty well bent up. Reggie probably said, watch this guy, he's tough. Mr. Neilson, you're choking. There's a hammerlock. Put on the Crawdad song, Jimmy. We'll need it here. You're going to go back and back. No, Bill Clinky hasn't been fired. We just got a new mixer tonight. Well, we could get the doors to this house of split tendons open without Bill Clinky. Well, here's sort of a 19-something or other version of a headlock. Is kind of half-hearted, you know, inflation and all of that. Let go of his cauliflowers. He's got you by the snoot. That's fair enough repayment. Everybody's yelling shoe fly shoe over here at Lisowski. That's what they're looking off to the left and pointing about. Well, yell real big, Mr. Neilson, whatever your name is. Oh, this is a beautiful shot. We ought to win some kind of an award with this one. Or that one. Rough him up, Billy. Let's see it come loose. Time up. Free translation. I'm in. You won't scare him off that way. He doesn't quit. Quit standing there like a rag picker. Do something. Here's a tag. Mighty Atlas is in. Sick him, boy. Oh, he fits real good. Got a tag, so you got a fresh one, Atlas. Oh, the same thing for Uncle Reggie. Real good. Couldn't happen to a nicer guy. That's it. Put him in these corners, and then he works better. He can't tag out. Whing. Backflip. And an Atlas hold. Let's see what happens now. Hold him up here, Atlas, so we can see him. Thank you. Looks like he had too many hours in Pershing Square. Too bad, Reggie. You just lost, boy. Leave the customers alone. They paid $5.90 to see you. Well, we'll get Marchese here to make this official.
A full Neilson to 9 minutes and 50 seconds. The winner of the second fall, Billy Goelz and the Mighty Atlas.
So we now have a new set of winners. Billy Goelz and the Mighty Atlas. Well, here are two old ye losers. Reggie Lisowski on the right, Art Neilson on the left. Just pull your hair up out of your eyes, Blondie. Let's get ready to go again. You haven't won a thing but the first fall. One more, yeah, you're right. That's all any of us needs for the Autobahn, and then we're in trouble. What's the old saying, Jim? Ein für das Autobahn, ein für mein Liebchen. Then you wind up in the pogey. Well, this is a match being held at International Amphitheatre in Chicago, dear friends and gentle people. You kind hearts and coronets would probably like to know that it's a wrestling match. Heavyweights these are, an Australian tag team match. If I did it properly, it should be Australian. Well, here's the third fall. This is the rubber fall, so to speak. Let's see who wins this little mess now. Because upon it depends the fates and talents of the victors. Oh, Billy, your neck's too small for that, boy. You come out of here looking like a rag doll that had its jugular cut. A drag, a drop kick, right in the old chopperoos, and another one. Get him, Atlas, sick him, boy. Oh, you headed him for the meat house in a hurry. Come on, Neilson. Get in here and soak up your share of them. He wants no part of it. Oh, I got bad muscles. So Reggie's going back. Somebody had better get somebody. Yep, there's a kangaroo. Run underarm lock into the corner with you. Oh, let's do it again. Oh, it'll be another tag. Yeah, I knew that. Oh, fix up Mr. Neilson. He needs it. If I sound partial, I am. I dislike both of them. Oh, no. Billy Goelz's trick. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Oh, my favorite heroes are lost. Gee whiz. Yep, the Peroxide twins have won again, doggone it. I've been trying to hustle them out of this for a long time, but I've never managed to make it. Here's Al to make it official.
A body press in 2 minutes. The winner of the third fall and the match, Reggie Lisowski and Art Neilson.
Well, he's pointing at him. There's no need of me repeating it.